Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my favorite type of video, and that's going to be a haul video. So this haul video is going to be of the MAC Cham-Pale collection, which I was so excited for and so happy to finally you know get all the things, get everything for. And all the items that you see today were actually purchased by my boyfriend. They were actually a belated Christmas present from him. So we actually made like a special trip to MAC and bought all these stuff. And I actually picked most of the stuff out myself, of course. And there is though one exception, and that's the the tinted lip moisturizer. That one I purchased on the first day that this came out. This collection came out here in Melbourne. And it is the Calm tinted lip conditioner, and it's the one with the lavender, and I must say this smells absolutely gorgeous. It smells vanilla-y, and there's like a hint of well, I don't know, it's sort of, to me it doesn't sound it doesn't smell very lavenderish, but I guess it's some kind of variation of lavender because it's a very calming scent. And I traditionally do not like the scent of lavender as much. I don't care for it so much. Yeah, I generally don't really like lavender that much, but I must say this is an absolutely gorgeous smelling lavender-ish scent, and the color is just that color right there. Like, oh gosh, that happened to me yesterday as well. The top lid of it actually fell out. And anyway, so it's a gorgeous scent, and it's basically not much color payoff at all, but I love this for the scent and the way that it makes my lips feel. I actually don't have it on right now. I'm actually using the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge in pale pink that I got recently in the last sort of haul swap video kind of thing. But this is absolutely gorgeous because of the scent, and yeah, it's a really good tinted lip moisturizer as well. Well, lip moisturizer in fact. And just carrying on the theme of skincare, I got this, my very first MAC Fix Plus, and this is the one with the lavender scent as well. So it's a refreshing mist, and I actually used this just a couple of times. I've never had a Fix Plus before because I always thought, oh, it's just like water. I didn't really see a point of it, of paying like 24 bucks for like just a mixing medium, which could be water. But this one smells pretty good as well. It's got the same kind of smell as the tinted lip moisturizer, except this one is less sweet, of course. The tinted lip moisturizer, it sort of has a very sweet lavenderish smell, but this one's less sweet. It's more calming. It's very calming, I would say. I spray this like on my face to set my makeup. As far as like my use has gone, I don't feel like it exceptionally sets my makeup very well, but I do enjoy using this. And sometimes I've actually used this as like a mixing medium, so I just put my brush like in the middle and I just spray it. So it's, I don't know, I haven't used this too much to actually form a really strong opinion about it yet, so probably need to work on this a little, work with this a little bit more. And then on to the makeup. So this is one of my most anticipated items from the Cham-Pale collection, and it's the I Get No Kick eye kohl. Ooh, sorry. And I'm just so butterfingers these days, it's not funny. And it's just like, I'm sure you guys know this already, it's like a champagne, sort of really shimmery champagne color. And there it is swatched on my hand, and it's very, very pale, shimmery. I like to use this like on the bottom waterline, so just underneath on the bottom waterline. And I feel that it's going to brighten up my eyes, like a whole lot. But I must say I've used this like twice, maybe 3 times. I don't really love it that much, in the sense that it doesn't go on very well underneath the eyes. Like when I draw it on my waterline, it doesn't really, it's pretty hard to get enough pigment out of it, if that makes any sense. So like for example, that swatch there, it actually, I had to actually really press it, or like really go over a few times before I got like that out of it. So in saying that, I've compared this with the Pearl Glide Liners, I believe, that came out, I think it's the, I want to say the Fabulous Felines, but I don't think it's in that collection. It might have been either Fabulous Felines or the Tartan Tail collection. And they had these gorgeous Pearl Glide Liners that were like pencils, like that, and they were so creamy and so pigmented, and you just barely had to just run your the pencil over your skin, and it just, the color just came out immediately. Whereas this one's a bit harder to work with. In fact, the first time that I actually tried this under my lid, it felt really sort of chalky, if that makes sense, or it sort of really was really hard to glide on, and it seemed like I needed to like apply some heat on it before it really worked well. I don't know whether it's the iCool pencils that have this kind of consistency where it's a bit harder to work with, whereas the Pearl Glide Liners, they're so extremely pigmented and creamy. It just doesn't take much effort at all to draw a line of that. Or it might be the glitters in this that make it tougher, I don't know, but I'm kind of disappointed in this. I love the color, I love the idea of it, but in theory it's great, but in a practical sense, when you use this, I don't care so much for it. And onto the paint pots. I got one of the paint pots. I actually cheated, and I'm gonna get 2 because I bought, like, my boyfriend bought me this one from from the shops, and I actually swapped my old Coral Crab paint pot. Well, it was not old per se, I just used it like once or twice, and I'm swatching it over for a Dangerous Cuvée paint pot, which is the grayish, the unique grayish one in this collection. And the one that I got is Vintage Selection, and it's the nice like shimmery copper, like peach copper color, and it's very nice. It's a very nice texture. It's very creamy and easy to work with, and although this is shimmery, it's pretty easy to apply. And I believe this one is the one that has the least chunky glitter, and that's the paint pot right there on top of the I Get No Kick. And it's a beautiful, gorgeous, shimmery, like light coppery peach color. It's very wearable, I think. And well, I have like a similar product to this, and I'll compare this to the Stila Kitten, and I love my Stila Kitten, and I must say I wouldn't replace my Stila Kitten with this Vintage Selection one. Like, the consistency is really nice, but somehow the color of Stila Kitten is just, it just works way nicer. But that's not saying sorry, just bit my tongue there. That's not saying that I wouldn't use this. I guess I just probably might pick the Stila Kitten one up much more than I would this one. But in having said that, it's really gorgeous, and if you don't have Stila Kitten or any other paint pot similar to this, it's definitely worth picking up. And then finally, the last thing that I got from this collection is the Special Reserve highlight powder, and this is in the color Rose Olay, and it's the pinky tone highlighter. There it is. It's kind of washed out. Okay, that's the more true representation of the color. And I don't know, for one, I don't really like the crinkly, crinkliness of that pattern, the crinkly pattern over there. I'm not, well, very partial to it, but I know that doesn't really matter. Other than that, that's the color swatched on my hand, just on top, so it's just there. It's just a very, very, very faint pink peachy tinge, actually, now that I'm looking at it. And I don't know, I think for me, honestly speaking, I think that they could do much better. Having named this the Special Reserve Highlight Powder, I definitely think that by Candlelight, that came out in the Groove collection, and I think came out like way before then as well, that is such a it's such a beautiful, beautiful highlight powder, and I would definitely say, if you had the choice, definitely go for the By Candlelight rather than this one, which is kind of weird because that's, well, you know, in a sense that's different because that's a mineralized skin finish, but that can be used as a highlighter and a blush. For when I'm really pale and I'm like in winter time, I'm really quite fair. I use the By Candlelight as a blush, and I always get a lot of compliments when I'm using it. It's just a really beautiful blush slash highlighter. But with this one, the first thing is I have to really swirl my brush like a couple of times to actually get anything out of this, which is yeah, it's like I really have to work at this product to actually make it work as well for me. Whereas the By Candlelight, I'll just go one swipe and that will be like enough for like a really light application. But for this one, if you just go one swipe, it just doesn't show up at all. And having said that, yeah, it just sort of, I wouldn't be so harsh as to say it fails, but it really doesn't work well as a, it's not a great highlighter, and you know, like, yeah, in the sum of it, it's not a great highlighter, and it's not a great blush as well. Like, it does show up a little bit on the top of my cheekbones when I do apply this, but it's not enough to actually suffice for an actual blush. So if you're going for like a really, really, really light pale pink, yeah, that would work as a blush. But if not, then this is definitely not like blush material, I guess. And as a highlighter, this kind of fails as well because there are so many other great highlighters out there. The Soft and Gentle definitely beats this one, and By Candlelight just kicks this butt out of the water. So having said that, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in this Rose Olay Special Reserve Highlighter Powder. Just because they put Special Reserve there, it, you know, it sort of like builds a lot of hype about this powder, and it's sad to see that it doesn't work as well. Anyway, enough about my rant about the MAC Cham-Pale collection. I've said enough, I think, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!